Hello.
Evening.
Are you well?
Yeah.
Good, good.
It's hot.
Yeah, I hear that Europe's having a bit of a heat wave.
Yeah. I found that Kyalami has the coolest corner names.
Oh, have you seen them? Cheetah and the crocodile and stuff like that. Jeez.
The king. Yeah.
Oh. God, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Right, so we should have at least at least 13. 2 haven't confirmed. Argent is
We
tentative.
already have 12.
Yeah, Argent's tentative, and then the others
I see.
we haven't heard from yet. So let's see what happens. The highlights are currently on race 2, so we'll give them a bit of time to play. Do you know I'm about to start streaming, so...
Okay.
No, not you, sorry, just talk to my son there, because he just come running downstairs.
Yeah. I thought we were going to live.
No, not just yet. Night, love you, see you in the morning, buddy. Come here, then. Yeah. Mwah, love you. I've not got the tables loaded up yet. Okay, coming to the end of the highlights. The cameramen around here are a bit crap, so they kind of don't pick up the drivers if you change driver.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a problem at Brandsatch too.
Yeah. Okay, first table. Second table. Third table. Okay. Five, four, three. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SimPlay Motorsport here for the Pro-Am Series. We've got 12 drivers currently in the lobby at the moment. But I'm your host once again, Matthew Duffin, joined in the commentary box tonight by Ben Varga once again. Ben, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, everyone, and thank you. I'm well.
Good to hear. We are here in South Africa at Kyalami. Then here for a fantastic race. It was brilliant to watch last night in the Amateur League, and I'm sure it's going to be brilliant to watch tonight in the Pro-Am. We are expecting at least 12 drivers. 2 are yet to confirm, and 1 is tentative. So potentially 16. Potentially 15, but at least we should have 12 at a minimum. So we'll see what happens there then. In this one tonight, we're currently out watching Louis Allen on the circuit at the moment, and he is only a little pace off the time. Before we get chatting with Ben about tonight's track, let's just quickly run you through the current championship standing. It is this man, Louis Allen, who is the current championship leader. As we get to the business end of the season, he leads by 13 points from Exist Tibbs, who's down in 8th place at the moment. Noza is P3 with Sooty Apex P4. Sooty at work tonight, so we're not going to take part. Sekulovic is P5 with Argent in 6th place. Having a quiet season is Argent, up in 6th, without a podium though, so he's going quite well at the moment. Smoky Devil is P7 with Daz Automatic in 8th. PN Motorsport is 9th. Bryn top 10, and Bryn had a good race week last week at Brands Hatch. He'll be hoping for more of the same this time out. Hypertex 11th with Let's Fake Silent in 12th. DJ Phil 13th place, tied with Max Mulder in 14th. Monkey Boy not here tonight as well. He's P15. There's Smithy. Hasn't got the DLC, so he can't race tonight, unfortunately. 16th place. Mordecai 17th. AK Fix 18th. Dean Wisocki 19th. And Keegs, who was in Am but didn't like the Jag. And we said, well, hey, look, you know, you can't really win anything at the moment. Why not come and race in the Pro-Am grid? In terms of the Constructors' Championship, it is Titan Oro Racing, who are 41 points clear of the SRL Pink McLaren Racing team. Dynaco Racing are 53 points back in 3rd, with Back to Front Racing in 4th. East West Motorsport are P5, and MBR bringing up the rear in P6. In terms of the Manufacturers' Championship, every manufacturer on the ACC game has now scored a point after Dan was in the Retia last night. But it is only 2 manufacturers that can win the Constructors' Championship. Or the Manufacturers' Championship, should I say. McLaren, who are 536 points clear of Bentley, and there is no Bentleys on this grid. So McLaren could wrap this championship up tonight. It is one of the more pointless championships we have at SimPlay Motorsport, but we're doing it for a bit of fun. In terms of tonight, Noza and Mordecai have qualifying bans, but we don't know if Mordecai is racing tonight. Noza will be, though. They both have quali bans, and we'll see if they take them in Q2. That is not for Q1. In terms of the races tonight, McLaren can get its 50th GT3 win. They need 2 wins for that. Honda need 2 podiums for its 50th podium. And Argent is 1 podium away from 50 as he's just got in. Ben, we're here in South Africa. It's a lovely circuit. Conditions have been absolutely fantastic. And this could be a real interesting race tonight.
Yeah, I agree. It's a nice track. It would be my favorite if not for the last sector.
We do have...
the Audi is acting a bit strange in the last sector, so... Yeah, it will be a bit difficult, but it's okay.
Got to watch a certain curb in the last sector you have.
Yeah, the cheetah corner. It's a tricky one.
A very tricky one. Leon Fernie in the chat, Shane Benbridge as well as Ben himself. A peaceful step down and Noza as well. Before we carry on with other things, Leon Fernie in the chat. A very happy birthday to you, young man. A very good race to Leon Fernie last night. And it is his birthday today. A Smoky Boy will be in. I think for race 2, I think he said he's going to be in 4. They're currently out for Leon Fernie's birthday. Leon Fernie is his son. So they will be in for... race 2. He's hoping to get in for race 2 anyway. That's what he said. So we'll see whether Smoky Devil will be in or not. But we have 13 drivers. That's why Smoky Devil isn't going to be on the grid order. That's why we said we've got 15 confirmed, because I was reading the grid order there. Smoky is actually confirmed. So should be in for race 2. Last sector not good for the Audi. I don't think the Bentley's very good around here. But what car is good around here, Ben?
Well, it looks like... the McLaren again is a bit topping, but the Honda and the Louis Allen looks okay here.
Yeah, it does indeed. It looks okay in Mike Matthews' hands on a Thursday night as well.
Yeah, and he just took the lead, as I said it. least than a tenth. So, yeah. Well, I'm a bit scared because I only could do 43.5.
Yeah.
It's a difficult track, but I sort of enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a track that the Bentley's struggling at as well, also, and I'm really struggling in the Bentley. I've managed to get into the 42s, but once, never done it again. I am sort of in the 43s, and that seems to be where I am. So I'll have to take a look throughout the rest of the night in that one. Then as we get into this race and this practice session, 14 minutes left, obviously we head into our reverse grid, in which we'll go through the reverse grid order. But the Honda good, McLaren's probably going to be good as well, Ben, because it's been good everywhere at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like. But of course the McLaren is a big challenger, like always.
Yeah, it is indeed. There's Laura Sage in the chat. Evening everyone, go Smoky Devil. When he gets on, happy birthday to Leon, great day out with the family. He says, Smithy in the chat as well. Lucas Roth in Pro-Am now as well. Go on, says Smithy. No Smithy tonight, doesn't have the DLC. McLaren good, Honda good. We didn't see the best of Aston Martin at Brands Hatch. Do we think Aston Martin could be better this week?
Well, we could see. DJ Phil is the fastest Aston Martin at the moment. He's a bit off pace, almost 4 seconds.
Yeah.
But let's hope that they can improve, because I would like to see an Aston Martin at the top.
We saw Noza. It is a nice car. We did see Noza take a race win. We say it didn't go well.
Oh, yeah.
But he did take a race win last week, but it just didn't look like he'd had good pace, and was the race win because of the turn one lap one collision.
It was another thing.
Yeah, we'll never know. One man who had a good week last week, he's not currently out on track at the moment, was Bryn in the Lexus. Had a brilliant week last week at Brands Hatch. Pole position, second in race one at the very end. He had a very good evening. Can he replicate that and do the same this week?
Let's see.
Yeah, indeed we will.
Well, if we don't have a turn one collision like in Brands Hatch, we can see.
You've got a bit more of a longer run into turn one this week than what you have at Brands Hatch. Good evening to Holty in the chat. Great to see Holty with us again, as well as our admin and steward Mike Matthews, aka Peaceful Explosion. I'm sure he'll be looking forward to picking up some tips and seeing what he can do tomorrow night. But this man Argent, this solo Bentley, trying to fight against 4 McLarens out there at the moment. What can he do before McLaren become the manufacturer's champion? It's a matter of when, because McLaren has been the favoured car this season, has been the most picked car this season.
Yeah, and I think they have the biggest chance to win the manufacturer's title.
Yeah, indeed they do. I believe we've got another driver joining us. We do. So Smoky Devil is in for race 1. So I have now got to update the grid, because Smoky Devil will be starting actually behind Argent. So where is Argent? He's there. So P11, Smoky Devil then. So we will go through the grid order once again. It may change because, like I said, we have got 2 drivers that haven't currently confirmed. And obviously the drivers have to be aware that, that the grid can change depending on those who have confirmed or haven't confirmed up until the start of, before you press drive. So you always have to keep one eye kind of on Discord to see what the grid order is going to be, don't you?
Yeah. It's a thing that you really should watch. I don't know, it didn't cause that much problems, I think. At least for me.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think it's rather fine. We'll get the poll up shortly, though, for the race winner. How's the weather in Hungary at the moment? Obviously, we know that Europe's got a bit of a heat wave at the minute. So how's the weather?
It's a heat wave, yeah.
Yeah.
We had a little rain like yesterday, but it was like nothing, so it's still hot. 32 or 33 degrees.
Oh, obviously.
And it considers kind of hot in here.
The reason I ask is we've got Kyle Army this week. We go to Holland of Zandvoort next week. We go to Silverstone back in Britain the week after. Then we go to America. And then we're at your home circuit of the Hungaroring.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think there will be a rain shower, that's for sure.
Oh, well, let's see what happens in 5 weeks' time, whether there'll be a rain shower or not then, as we see what will happen.
Last year on the F1 Hungarian Grand Prix, if you saw the grass of the Hungaroring, it was like dried up. So I think we should expect the same.
Let's see what will happen. So we've got 14 drivers currently in. Just Mordecai and Dean Wysocki that are missing, and are yet to confirm in the Discord as to what they are doing this evening. But there has been a grid update. We will go through the grid during that formation lap. But it's been a season at the minute, Ben. We have to talk about the season. It's been a season where Louis Allen has not yet won a race, but leads by 13 points.
Yeah, and like I said before, he's the perfect example of consistency is key.
Yeah.
So if you consistently finish like in the top 5, you could have a great chance winning the title.
Well, I'm looking at his results here. He's had 2nd, 6th, 3rd, 2nd, 4th, 6th, 11th, 5th, 8th, and 2nd. So he's not had great races, but he's had okay races.
Yeah, but he's still consistent, of course. He needs that the race winners like Noza doesn't have a great result regularly. So, yeah, consistency, that's for sure.
We'll see what Louis Allen can do tonight, though. His nose is currently out there on the circuit as the cameraman picks him up. His gold and black Aston Martin, and what will he do as he comes around the track tonight? If you had to pick a driver, who would you say looks the best in terms of for the race win at the moment?
I think it's going to be between Max and Louis Allen, McLaren versus Honda. But Des Automatic is still there, also Sekulovic, so it's a difficult choice. But for an early call, I would go to Max.
Early call to Max. Well, we'll see what happens in race 1. I'll give my prediction in just a moment's time. But at the moment, we know Noza will have that Q2 ban due to accumulating too many penalty points for next week. For this race 2, sorry. And as well, Honda, McLaren and Argent all looking to get some nice statistics on the board and get them up there. Argent's actually gone up into P5. He's currently 6/10 off the back of the quickest car. He's not far off the back of Sekulovic either. So not a bad lap from Argent. I'm very surprised that there's a lot of drivers still sat in the pit lane, because obviously the track will rubber in the more that the drivers are out there. But yeah, at the moment, everybody's in the pits. There's 3 cars out on the circuit and the track not rubbering in at all.
Yeah, I saw Van McLaren reversing in the pit lane. So I don't know if it was Max or... It was interesting.
Excuse me, as we get a poll up for race 1 winner. Louis, Max, Daz or Sekulovic is the poll, as Exit Tibbs is actually now out the pits, as is Max Mulder, and these two like to go around with each other in practice. Hopefully this will start to rubber that track in a little more. The track conditions are still fast, and we've seen in practice a lot this season where the track conditions go to optimum in that free practice session, so that the drivers are in a good window when it comes to the race. The track is at the best conditions. No chance of rain tonight here at Kyalami. It's absolutely beautiful here in South Africa this week for Pro as well. If you want to watch Pro, don't forget to join Dan Davis and PN Motorsport live on Thursday evening, 8 PM UK time, where me and Ben will be on the circuit racing in the Pro. And if you enjoyed Porsche Cup last Sunday night, make sure you check out Porsche Cup for this Sunday night, as we head to Snetterton back in the UK for the second race, the second track, the round 4 and 3 of the season at Snetterton in the Porsche Cup. That'll be a fantastic one to watch. Can Fury keep up the momentum he had on Sunday night? But we're currently watching Max and Tibbs on the circuit. Smoky Devil yet to get out on track. As I'm just checking the Discord once again, still no update on the Discord from Mordecai or Dean, so at the minute the grid order has to say as it is. If you like what you see here though, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and hit that bell to be notified when we are live, such as tomorrow and Sunday evening, as well as next Tuesday and Wednesday. And I actually missed next Thursday's race. It's a shame because I actually like Zandvoort. I'm not here next week for it.
Oh.
Here to commentate Tuesday, Wednesday, but I'm not here to race it on Thursday night. What a shame.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Zandvoort?
Zandvoort, yeah, I had my first podium there, so yeah, I like the track.
There we go.
But of course, if we would have the updated with the bankings, it would be much better.
Yeah, it would indeed.
It's a
really
2018
would.
version, I believe.
Yeah. Right, through... Where are we? Top of the track, through in towards the S's comes Max and Tibbs. Bryn's now back out on the circuit as well as he comes up towards the hairpin. X-Fate still in the pits. Great to see the Mercedes back out there. Keegs in a Porsche. What can the Porsche do? Lucas Roth actually only a second off the pace. That's not bad for Lucas Roth, considering that he's only come back onto the game really in the last couple of weeks, and straight on the pace straight away.
And I would keep an eye on Hypertech because the Ferrari was a favorite car yesterday, so let's see if we can build up a better lap. And
the Ferrari looked good yesterday, didn't it? We had so many Ferraris at the front of the AM grid that it did really look good yesterday. It was fantastic to see so many Ferraris at the front, but not just that, but so many Ferraris battling each other as well. It was absolutely brilliant to see. The Lexus of Bryn, what can he do as we get the BMW of Smoky Devil now out on the circuit? He's just coming down towards the Crocodile. And you've got to love the track names around here, Ben.
Yeah. And I love team strategies because I saw Max taking a bit of slipstream from Tibbs. It's nice to see practicing like this.
Let's see if it works as Smoky Devil's about to start his lap. 2.5 minutes left in the session. Smoky Devil about to start a lap in free practice. Just make sure his setup's good. But there is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars left in the pit lane, so this does mean that the track will start to rubber in a little more and maybe become that little bit quicker. We saw fast times yesterday in the in the amateur class. Is that just drivers maybe not wanting to show their pace at the minute?
Well, that's a really good question. I don't know if the track temperature is different that much, but Louis Allen and Max are really close to the 42s, so let's see.
Yeah, let's see. Indeed, then, as they come downhill towards what will be the Crocodiles once again.
This track has this really awesome corner names.
Yeah, in towards the Cheetah, I believe it's called. Cheetah, this next corner. And you don't want to hit the curb at the Cheetah.
Yeah, you will be sent into the grabber trap.
You will indeed.
Instantly. And there's another curb like that. I think it's the barbecue corner. Oh, no,
yes.
It's not
coming up to barbecue.
Just sweep or yeah. Yeah, that's another corner where you don't want to hit that curb.
No, you do not want to touch the curb at all. Right then, 1 minute 11 left of free practice before we get into the part where we can, as broadcasters, return to the garage. According to the fan vote at the moment, they're all going the way of Louis Allen, but it is tight between him, Daz and Max Mulder. 38% at the moment for Louis Allen, and Smoky Devil goes into the top 6 and knocks X-Fate down a little bit. Lucas Roth still in the pits. Bryn still out there on the track in the Lexus. So see what Bryn can do. Kyle Army though, Ben. Obviously we don't see it much in the real life racing. It's great to be at Kyle Army. It's great to try a different track. What do we think of the circuit?
Well, like I said before, I kinda like it, if not for the last sector, because it kinda breaks the flow for me. So, but I enjoy driving on it, of course. I had only one race here with the Formula Racing League.
Yeah.
So they raced here in the past. So I have a.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was a bit of a terrible race for me, but I still enjoy driving this track.
As Bryn just bounces off the Cheetah there and then returns to the pit lane So we pick up Argent. Tibbs is actually about to finish a lap time. Tibbs currently down in 10th place at the moment.
Words can describe how I hate Cheetah.
So yeah, Tibbs actually moves up to P8. The next car to finish a lap will be that of Smoky Devil, who's coming to the Cheetah now. And brave choice in the BMW. We saw the Nissan seem to struggle a little bit last night. But he's proven how good that BMW is in dry conditions. It seemed to struggle in the early part of the season when it was wet, but in the dry, the BMW looks a good car.
Yeah, he had a couple of podiums, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And he jumped into P4, so he has good pace here also.
Yeah. Argent, a man who's up there in the championship, 6th place at the moment, and he's without a podium as well. He needs one for his 50th. Seems to have just not clicked with the Bentley this season like he did last, where he took a couple of race wins as he crosses the line. No improvement there. But 6/10's not a bad gap to be on. Those are the last car to cross the line. Oh, big bounce off the Cheetah. That will end the session because he invalidated his lap. So we now get ready to go racing. Now, just looking at the poll, Louis Allen and Max tied on 30% of the votes. Daz and Sekulovic tied on 20% of the votes as Lucas Ross just going to come out the pits quickly. Not quite sure why, as is Hypertech. Yeah.
And Lucas Ross said in the chat that lovely orange and green thing last night.
Yeah, well, the Retia.
The Retia. Dan said he hated it, so...
Yeah, it didn't seem the best of choices, did it? No. No, we'll see what happens.
At least he has a great challenge in amateur league, so...
So it doesn't look like we're going to get Mordecai or Dean Wysocki in. They have got time to get him, but it doesn't look like they're going to. As they actually have till the end of the lap when Keegs and Hypertech return to the pits or cross the start line. As there we go then. That is to say, they've both stopped. The session will end, so if Dean and Mordecai don't get in now, then the grid will change. And it will be as follows. Dean and Mordecai was actually meant to start P1 and 2 in this race. So it doesn't look like this is the way it will be then. It looks like it is going to be Max Mulder, your man, on pole position. So then, they didn't go in. They still have time to get in at the moment, but we will see what happens. Don't forget, get your voting on the poll for who you think is going to win this first race of the evening. Ben, you tipped Max for this one, I do believe?
Max.
Yeah?
Yes.
And that sounds like a good choice considering he starts on pole.
Yeah. And the chat is also tied on Louis Allen and Max.
Yeah. So let's see what they can do. As we're just going through and make sure that everybody is coloured out who needs to be, so I don't input the results in the wrong box. And they are. Right then. Let's get ready to go. You said Max. I'm going to say Louis Allen, just to be different. And we'll see where we'll go from there.
All right.
As we have just a few seconds left before the drivers will get ready on the grid and we'll get ready to get into positions at the moment. So it is still tied in the chat between Louis Allen and Max Mulder. So even the chat can't decide who is what. As the drivers have to make sure they're ready here because, as you well know, Ben, you do not want to miss the start of this race.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Poor Ricard flashbacks.
Yeah. Here we go then. So we are away, and the grid order will look like this. So Max Mulder will be on pole position. He already is. DJ Phil will now be in second place. He is. Behind him is X-Fate Silent, who is not currently there yet. So X-Fate needs to go up into P3. He's still not done so at the moment. So hopefully he gets he hears the stream and he can hear us say P3, as he does need to get a move on. Max, could we just slow in the pace down a little bit here to allow everybody to get into position? Now goes X-Fate silent. Into P3 he goes. Right, he's now got to catch the back of the pack. Max needs to slow it down a little bit. Then it should be Hypertech P4. Indeed it is. Bryn should then be P5. Yes, he is. Behind Bryn should be PN Motorsport. Yep. Behind PN, it should be Daz. It is. Behind Daz should be Argent, which we can see the bright green Bentley of Argent. Behind Argent, it should be Smokey. Behind Smokey, it should then be... It's another name beginning with a P, but I'm not quite sure who that is, because it's Sekulovic, who I believe it is as the camera pans round. Yes, it is. Noza should then be behind Sekulovic. He is. Then it should be Tibbs, then Louis Allen, and then Lucas Roth starting at the back, because he is a new driver to the championship. So we're all in grid position. Max has slowed them down and brought them back into the position they need to be. Honda for the win, says Mike. Well, we'll see what the Honda does. He's got a lot of places to gain.
Yeah, by the pace of Louis Allen, I think I can start to be scared of Mike for tomorrow.
Yeah, Mike looks good around here, to be fair. He's got good times at the moment around here, so we'll see what Mike can do.
Yeah.
Max Mulder coming into the final couple of corners now. He's got 3 corners to go. He'll need to start to back that pack up once again to make sure they're all together, because there is just a little bit of gaps here and there, Ben, at the moment.
Yes. So let's hope for not a third one pile-up.
We hope not, although it is a very wide and long stretch down to turn 1, so we'll see what they can do.
It's a really long straight.
It's going to be an interesting one, because we saw with the kink, we saw last night that there was a couple of cars, 3 or 4 abreast, going down to turn 1. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Pro-Am boys do tonight. Max really needs to start to back these boys up a little bit now, as I believe he has started to. Look, they're all now well together. And they go double file as they come into the final corner. Good evening to Peaceful Stepdad and to Fiore's granddad. They come into the final corner, and we, for race 11, round 11 of the season, are about to go green and go here. Race start has been initialised. We are green and go for round 11 of the season, and it looks a good start from Bryn a little further back, as well as Noza and Daz. X-Fate's going to pull out on Max Mulder. Hypertech as well is already side by side. DJ Phil looks like he got a good jump, and they all come down to turn 1. It's going to be X-Fate in the lead. Max and Bryn a little bump there, and there's more taps round. DJ Phil wide. PN is off as well. PN's gone very wide, but X-Fate leads, and it's Bryn who's in second place as they come up the hill. I don't know which McLaren that is towards the back, but PM Motorsport was off. It is, though, as we wait to see come the sector 1 time. Bryn's round! So did Smokey tap him round? Smokey was on the back of him. Bryn is round. He awaits to get going. And that is not good, but it is X-Fate who leads. Smokey Devil, then Sekulovic. DJ Phil's P4 with Lucas Roth from the back of the grid, already up into P5. He's done bits at the moment. He's looking up the inside of DJ Phil in towards the clubhouse bend, and I think he's going to get DJ Phil. He does get DJ Phil. Smokey twitchy over the curb. Noses in 6th then, with Hypertech 7th, Argent 8th, Tibbs 9th, Max Mulder 10th, Louis Allen, Daz, PM Motorsport and Bryn bringing up the race. So not the start to the race we already wanted to see, as Sekulovic putting pressure on Smokey Devil, Ben.
Yeah, it was a really strange start for the race, so Smokey's there at P2 again, podium place.
Yeah, he's on the podium place, but he's currently side by side with that of Sekulovic. If he can have that inside line into the Crocodile, Sekulovic will be the man who's now defended that inside line and going to make Smokey go the long way round. Smokey can't get the long way round though. That isn't going to work for Smokey Devil. Lucas Roth looking on the back in P4. Hypertech's very wide in 5th. Oh, and that's Louis Allen! Louis Allen and Tibbs. No, it's Max Mulder and Louis Allen. The championship leader is backwards.
Something happened. I didn't see it because of the cameraman. I just saw him driving him backwards.
So it's X-Fate from Sekulovic from Smokey Devil. Lucas Roth now on the back of Smokey Devil at the end of that one, but the championship leader at disarray already.
He's struggling.
Damage.
He's struggling. He has a lot of damage because he was involved when Brim was spun.
Yeah.
I think he hit him.
Yeah, I don't know what
Not
happened
an
with Bryn
ideal
there,
start for
because
Louis Allen.
Bryn was ahead of Smokey before Bryn span, and then all of a sudden Bryn was turned around. But a good battle at the minute for P2. Nosa's got Tibbs on the back of him. Tibbs up to 7th place. So these really the two battles on track at the minute. Lucas Roth and Smokey Devil is the closest one of the two, and Lucas Roth in his Porsche is going to have a look up the inside into the clubhouse bend on his Scottish rival, but can't get it done through there, and the Porsche just seems to be a bit better than the BMW. Lucas Roth giving him a cheeky flash now. Sir Keegs really wanting to get on with this one. Max Mulder's on the back of PM Motorsport down the pack. Max Mulder's now in front of PM Motorsport down the pack. Daz Automatic will want to catch up to these two as well. In fact, he won't, because Daz is off.
That was round.
So Daz round, Lucas Roth on the back of Smokey Devil. Hypertech's got Nosa coming up the inside. Does Hypertech get a better run out the corner? I think he did there. The Ferrari over the Aston Martin. They've got the McLaren of Exit Tibbs just behind as well. So Tibbs trying to get in on this fight. Hypertech side by side with Nosa. Hypertech just onto the grass a little bit there. Onto the brakes he goes. Does he get it stopped for the hairpin? No, Nosa's going to dive up the inside, as is Tibbs. Oh, Hypertech rejoins, bounces off of Tibbs.
Oh.
Rolls back across the track, out of Max's way, out of Phil's way. PN's gone deep. Bryn may come through and get Hypertech here as Hypertech rejoins very slowly. Bryn's going to get past at the cheetah. So Bryn up now ahead of Louis Allen, ahead of Daz Automatic, ahead of PN, and now ahead of Hypertech at the start of this race. Lucas Roth, though, still trying to pass the back of Smokey Devil at the minute, Ben.
Yes, and so we guessed Max and Louis Allen for the win. Well,
yeah, jinxed them.
It didn't turn out that way.
No, we jinxed them. We jinxed them. Mike knows all about being jinxed.
Curse.
It is. It's real. Mike knows all about the commentator's curse from back in the day. Mike used to get it a lot. Lucas Roth just bouncing on the grass a little bit there as he's trying to put down Smokey Devil. Tibbs trying to gain on the back of Nosa then as he's got Argent coming at him as well. The Bentley's moved up a few places to 7th place. Argent's gaining on Nosa and Exit Tibbs. A good little three-way fight here between the Aston Martin, the McLaren and the Bentley. 3 British cars all battling for 5th place at the moment.
Yeah, and I have to rejoin because
okay,
my camera was stuck on static, so I couldn't see a thing.
No problem. Louis Allen looking up the inside of Hypertech, gets that job done. He is through. Daz looks like he's got some big damage. In fact, Daz is off again here then. So Daz is off, and Lucas Roth still trying to put Smokey Devil under pressure, as then is not Nosa and Tibbs anymore. It's actually Argent on the back of Tibbs. When the cameraman wants to pick him up, Argent's actually gone up the inside here. And Argy Bargy, that's a good move from the Bentley there. So Argent up into P6 ahead of Tibbs. Argent flying in the Bentley at the moment. Looks one of the cleaner cars on the grid. And did somebody just touch the exit curb of the cheetah? But it's X-Fate from Skulovic. That gap's just under 2 seconds. 3 seconds back to Smokey Devil, and Keegs on his first running in Pro-Am. 6/10 off the back of Smokey Devil at the moment. Daz Automatic, though, having a horrible race. He looks like he's got some big damage. 4 minutes till the pit window opens. And gaps just starting to play out here. Bryn starting to gain on the back of DJ Phil. 0.3 of a second from Lexus to Aston Martin as they come through the kink down towards turn 1. Bryn later on the brakes than DJ Phil. Gets it stopped, gets it turned in. Little deep, though, so Phil's going to come back at Bryn here. And DJ Phil will take that place straight back off of him then, as Exit Tibbs, as Argent now actually pulling away from Exit Tibbs. Exist Tibbs, I will get it right. And he's actually catching on the back of Nosa here, Ben.
Yeah, like we said before, he has a great chance for a great result. And now as I trying to join back, I could see more.
Smokey Devil is really having to defend hard from Lucas Roth here. Lucas Roth doing absolute bits at the moment. Smokey Devil's BMW just doesn't seem to have the pace here, and it doesn't seem to be a front-engined circuit track, this one, because it just does not seem to suit their cars. As Argent's still on the back of Nosa, you see in the background, right on the back of Nosa now, Keegs on the back of Smokey Devil. 4/10 separate Smokey and Keegs. 4/10 separate Nosa and Argent. And I know his name, PSN name's Lucas Roth, but his real name is Keegs, and that's just what we get used to calling him. DJ Phil's got a gaggle of cars, although he did have a gaggle of cars on the back of him. Bryn was sideways through the corner there. Not sure what has happened to Louis Allen. He's actually dropped behind Bryn and Hypertech, so he was ahead of Bryn and was on the back of Phil. Yeah. He's no longer on the back.
I think he has damage, and he tries to wait for the pit window.
Yeah.
Maybe he loses a bit less time with that.
Well, we'll wait to see what happens. Smoky Devil breaks into turn 1, and Lucas Roth tries to get the undercut. It's the switch back. It's not going to work, though, going into turn 2. Argent, no, behind. Just noticed he's got himself ahead of Noza then, so the Bentley's now up into P5. And Argent here having a good little race at the moment, Ben. He's making up places in that Bentley.
Yeah, it looks like you said before, the Bentley has a great pace here. And from 3rd to P6, it's a really close fight, and Max Mulder and Max Mulder and DJ Phil are also there, so we should have an exciting fight for the podium places.
Kieran's going to go. Noza ran a little wide onto the grass. This is Argent now, can pull away from Noza. Let Noza defend from Tibbs and Max Mulder as Hypertech's got ahead of Bryn on the timing screens. But for Noza here, it could really be about now. For Argent here, it could be about getting on front of the 2 cars ahead. The pink Porsche of Lucas Roth and Smoky Devil then, because of the fact that while they're fighting as well, this gives Argent the opportunity to really close in. The gap is now down to 2.5 seconds. It was 3 seconds a moment ago. So Smokey and Keegs really being brought in here by Lucas Roth as Smokey bounces off the curb. Lucas Roth just not close enough to take advantage of it at the moment. And, well, the top 2 have gone. It's 9/10 separating the leaders as X-Fay takes it to the final corner. It's Mercedes versus McLaren then. But it's also the battle for P3.
I wasn't expecting that Mercedes to be up front, to be honest.
No, I have to agree.
Yeah, X-Fate is doing a great job. Oh, no. He was sliding a bit.
Who?
X-Fate.
Ah.
So, Sekovic is a bit closer.
Hypertech on the back of DJ Phil as they come into the final corner. Bryn's had a moment. He's dropped behind PN and Louis Allen, but damage to the cars at the back. Here comes Hypertech, though. Gets thrown out the final corner down towards the kink. Phil can't come across anymore because Hypertech is there. Hypertech is alongside. Hypertech should be past now. Indeed he is. He comes back into the braking zone, and on the brakes he goes into turn 1, gets it stopped, and that is Hypertech. Good move from him. Lucas Roth, though, right on the back through the clubhouse section of Smoky Devil. The leaders are together as well. So this for X-Fate, he's got to start defending. So could this bring Smokey and Lucas Roth and maybe Argent with X-Fate as well, as Sekulovic looks up the inside now, thinks better of it.
Yeah. Maybe X-Fate's starting to feel the pressure of the McLaren.
Maybe he is indeed, as the pit window opens. So let's see pit window then and pit entry. As Mike posted this morning, there was a debate about touching the curb on pit entry. The curb is a no-no. When you're in the pits, it is the white line. Daz is that far behind at the moment. He's already in the pit, so he's struggling with big damages, Daz. So what about X-Fate as he runs a little wide? Sekulovic follows him a little bit, and Sekulovic come in.
Is in the pit.
Yep. Smoky Devil, what's he going to do? Will we see Keegs bail? Yes, we do. Lucas Roth bails to the pit lane. Argent stays out. Noza in. Max and Tibbs stay out. They've changed places as well, so drivers starting to come in. Hypertech, will he pit? He's got DJ Phil just under a second behind him. And so far so good at the moment. X-Fate silent leads, but Sekulovic going for that undercut, Ben.
Yeah, see Hypertech, he pits.
Yep. DJ Phil stays out. I imagine Louis Allen's going to pit. No, he stays out.
No, he's not.
PN, he's got some damage to the front of that car. He's going to pit. Not surprised there. I imagine we're going to see Bryn straight in. Yeah. Oh, it comes up fast, doesn't it, that pit entry?
Yeah. The pit entry is a bit tricky here also because that 50 kilometers an hour board is really close.
Yeah. And it's a long pit exit as well, isn't it?
For it. Of course. Yes, big. That white line is really long.
So Sekulovic comes out the pits, and he then will be back on circuit. Noza now comes out the pits. Lucas Roth has just been dropped. So Noza has actually got ahead of Lucas Roth. So did Lucas Roth repair his damage here then? So Lucas Roth losing out. Daz Automatic has now been dropped. But it is a couple of laps down at the moment. Is Daz Automatic. So he'll be looking to go again in race 2. Bryn, PN and Hypertech all look like they are damaged. So who will come out the pits there is X-Fate is coming to the end of his lap already, and it's a 1 minute 40 odd lap here, so it's a long lap. The drivers will want to make sure they pit early. As into the pits comes X-Fate. Smokey Devil will take the lead of this race. Now look at this, Ben. Argent has gained onto the back of Smokey Devil.
Yes, it seems to be really, really fast and really good. So, like he was like nowhere, but now behind Smokey.
So X-Fate comes in. Will that undercut of Sekulovic have done the job? Will that have actually worked for Sekulovic? And we'll have to wait and see. As the long way down pit lane, Bryn is out before PN. So that is job done there. But Argent getting really close to Smokey Devil for this race lead. 1.1 seconds is the gap as they come up through Barbecue and in towards the sunset.
So I think Argent maybe will try to stay out a bit longer. So like with this pace he has a great chance for an overcut until Smokey. Until he reaches Smokey, I think.
Well, one thing that may work is the undercut, because as Louis Allen is in the pit lane, Sekulovic comes around the final corner, and X-Fate isn't moving. Sekulovic takes the net lead of this race, so X-Fate still not away. Sekulovic will be in the lead of this one. X-Fate still not moving, and here comes Noza then, and Lucas Roth in this one. X-Fate now gets released. He's had a very long pit stop here as X-Fate then. Where is X-Fate? He comes out the pit lane now. Here comes Noza. Has Noza got ahead of X-Fate? Yes.
Yes, it looks like.
Lucas Roth doesn't, right.
And Sekulovic is really far away from him.
Yeah, so a long pit stop for X-Fate. This could mean that if Argent comes in now, could he get out ahead of X-Fate? Argent's in.
Well, he could, because he now pits.
Argent's in, Max stays out, Tibbs comes in, DJ Phil yet to pit as well, so only the top 5 yet to pit, or top 3 left of them top 5 yet to pit, but Argent into the pit lane then, so now we will see the undercut. He's going to try the undercut on Smokey Devil, but where is Sekulovic? He's coming down towards the shaft now, and then towards the crocodiles he will come. And Argent is 30 seconds when stationary for his pit stop. So let's just see what will happen. Through the crocodiles comes...
should take the lead.
Yeah, I think Sekulovic will. I think Argent, though, may be ahead of Noza here. Because he was ahead of Noza on the track when Noza pitted.
Yes.
So let's keep our eyes on Noza.
Argent's
away. He's away.
Just now.
Sekulovic will get past Argent. Yeah, he's coming across the line now. So Sekulovic gets past Argent. Tibbs is now away.
Argent will be P2. Because
I reckon so, yeah. I reckon so. I reckon he'll undercut Smokey Devil. So Argent hadn't had a podium all season. In the undercut, looks very strong. He went a bit longer than... What happened to X-Fate in the pits? That's what you've got to ask yourself, because Argent is through.
He really fought back.
Right, Smokey Devil.
He will be, in ideal conditions, he would be P5.
Yeah. I think Smokey had Argent on the back of him. I think Smokey's going to come out behind Argent. And in that group of Tibbs, Noza and X-Fate is where I think he's going to come out. Yeah. Smokey pits. Oh, Max!
Ooh, Max Mother.
He's had a big spin. He's round. He's managed to not hit the wall. Yeah. And he comes into the pit lane.
Oh, should it count as a cut?
Yeah, I don't think that will. He did have a spin. Yeah, he did have a spin. Sure, the stewards may want to see that, but it was a spin. So we'll have to wait and see. So Sekulovic should be in the lead of this race again. He's coming to the crocodiles. Yeah, so this is now where we have to keep our eyes on Argent. Because this will tell us who's going to do what. Argent P5 on track at the moment.
Now with the crocodiles.
DJ Phil hasn't yet pitted in this race, and he's got Sekulovic catching him.
And he stays out, actually.
Interesting strategy from DJ Phil.
Will take the lead.
Yeah, so DJ Phil leads. Smokey Devil's now away. Right. So Smokey Devil is now away. His car starts to move down the pit lane. Sekulovic gets past. Here comes Argent. Did the undercut work for Kieran Argent? And there is Smokey Devil. Ooh, there is Kieran Argent. And Argent is ahead, coming through the kink of the BMW. So Smoky Devil will drop to P3. Tibbs is not a million miles behind either. Argent is now second place in this race when DJ Phil eventually pits.
It seemed like to me that Smokey touched the white line a bit. I watched the replay to be sure.
Max Mulder has got ahead of Lucas Ross. Lucas Ross had a bad pit stop. Max Mulder now just behind X-Fate and Noza here. So I think Max Mulder is 8th place with Lucas Roth in 9th at the minute. Right, if you're DJ Phil, you've got to pit really at the end of this lap, but you've got the race leader right behind you. And in fact, he pulls to one side, he brakes early and lets Sekulovic go here. So he knows he's not racing Sekulovic and he's let Sekulovic get past.
I'm afraid that Smokey was on the white line, the pit exit.
Ooh, okay then. So we'll jot that one down. On it or over it? That's the question. Oh, X-Fate, little wiggly out the corner. Noses past X-Fate. Max Mulder's now past X-Fate. This is all for P6, 7, 8 and 9 because Lucas Roth's on the back of this train. So X-Fate dropping down a couple of places. His pit stop didn't work. Max Mulder's going to look up the inside and Noza can't get it done there. The Porsche of Lucas Roth is looking in the background. The Mercedes is trying to look back at Max Mulder. No, can do. DJ Phil comes into the pits. So Argent will take second place this race. It's going to be interesting to see where DJ Phil comes out. Lucas Roth using all of his karting experience here to try and get past, but can't at the moment. So there's Noza, there's Max Mulder, there's X-Fate, there is Lucas Roth. They all get past DJ Phil. Louis Allen's coming down towards the final couple of corners to get past DJ Phil. Daz will unlap himself and be on the same lap as DJ Phil, I do believe. And X-Fate really having to defend from Lucas Roth here. Really having to work hard to stay behind him, stay ahead of him. As Louis Allen into the final corner. Phil's still not gone green yet, so I believe Louis Allen will get DJ Phil. Indeed he will. Past him now he goes. Max Mulder on the grass. He's actually going to look up the inside of Noza though at the clubhouse. Noza gives him plenty of room. The McLaren and the Aston go side by side. Max couldn't quite get it done. Didn't get the run. Hypertech now gets DJ Phil. Is Bryn now going to get DJ Phil? Yes, he is. DJ Phil's having a horrendous pit stop. What about PN Motorsport? Can PN get past DJ Phil? And for Daz Automatic, car number 35, he's halfway through this circuit. So can he get round as DJ Phil now gets off the pit limiter? And Daz will not get round enough to get to DJ Phil, but is closer. We're into the final 10 minutes. This is a fantastic battle for 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. As Keegs giving X-Fate a flash of the lights. Max Mulder at the Crocodiles looks up the inside, but he goes deep. Noza got pushed a little wide there. Max goes off. X-Fate's now going to have a look at Noza at Cheetah. Oh, you're not going to get that done there, but Max loses 2 places there and he's wide again. Oh, he's round.
And he's round again. Oh, I think he was stabbed by someone. Didn't see who.
He's actually going to come into the pit lane here. Yeah. So he's got damage.
What? Oh.
So Max is in. Louis Allen will get past here then.
I have to watch the replay again. What actually happened? Oh, what?
X-Fate up the inside of Noza at turn 1. That's a good move. Keys couldn't follow through. X-Fate up the inside. Job done for X-Fate then. So he's ahead of Noza once again. Lucas Roth now trying to get through as they come up through barbecue. Lucas Roth just cannot seem to get past there. He's got good pace but cannot seem to pass anyone today. And PN now 6 seconds off the back of his teammate. Is a full sector ahead of his former teammate Daz. But with Max Mulder in the pits, you imagine that other cars are going to get past. Hypertech's about to pass Max Mulder. Bryn's not a million miles away from Hypertech. DJ Phil and PN aren't a million miles away from the final corner. And Daz Automatic is only just at barbecue. So he's got a little way to go at the moment still.
Alright, so...
Oh, Noza's pulled off!
Next. Easy. What?
Well, I was watching the fight as we said that.
Oh, no. It looks like...
Yeah, he's rolling. The car's rolling. And he goes again now. Has he got a puncher? No, it doesn't look it.
Well, it was interesting.
Very strange. Either way, Lucas Roth up to 6th place ahead of Noza.
So,
very strange.
I was about to say, yeah. So, Max lunged, tried to overtake Noza in the inside of Crocodiles, but it was really strange because it was a brave move. So, Noza turned in on him a bit, and he was round then, and of course on the cheetah corner he touched the curb, so he was wide and spun.
Yeah, he was wide and spun. So let's see what happens here then. At the moment, Lucas Roth is now trying to gain on the back of X-Fate. Argent's actually catching the back of Sekulovic at the minute. 5.4 seconds is the gap. Max Mulder still in the pits. He's got to get out the pits to score points in this race. Daz Automatic, well, he now overtakes Max Mulder in the pit lane, as Max Mulder is still part of... In fact, Max Mulder's not even in a pit box.
Oh.
So that could be a retirement from this race for Max Mulder.
Yeah. It looks like.
Bit of a twitch here from X-Fate. Lucas Roth within 1.3 seconds now. Good first race for Lucas Roth in the Porsche Pro-Am.
Yeah, it was quite surprising because at Brands Hatch the Porsche wasn't the best car.
Yeah. But yet here,
so
it looks like Keegs is doing A-OK. Does that mean Gary may do well tomorrow?
Well, let's see.
Yeah, let's see. But Pro-Am to get out of the way first. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow, that's a fact.
So, still about the Max and the Noza collision. By this camera view, I think it was on Max. He launched very late.
Yeah, that's what I thought from my point of view.
Yes.
Right, Lucas Roth within 0.8 of a second. Argent's got the gap down to 4.5 seconds here to Sekulovic. So we said earlier, Argent struggled to be on the podium this season. Well, at the minute, he's doing well to catch up to the back of Sekulovic, who's been quite quick in this race.
Yeah. And Smoke is still on the podium.
Yeah, good to see.
Underdog with the BMW. Oh,
good
Lucas
to see.
Is off.
Oh, is he?
Lucas is stationary. I don't know why, because my camera is against static, but the map shows that he's stationary.
Yeah, that is barbecue where he's stationary. He's just having to wait for Noza to get past.
He passed.
Yeah, he's going
he's
now.
Moving again, but what happened?
So that's a shame for Lucas Roth. Argent's got the gap down to 3.5 seconds here now.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what happened with Lucas.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happened with Lucas, as we have just lost a driver from this. We've lost Argent! Oh, no!
No! Oh, no.
Oh!
Check this if he wrote something. This is... Oh, no. This shouldn't turn this way. He had
such good pace. Such good pace, and we've lost Argent from this race.
Oh, no.
Your heart bleeds.
Failure, maybe.
Potentially so, yeah. I reckon that may be the case. Oh, wow. Max Mulder's actually in the chat. Well, Max, if you're in the chat, you need to get out the pits and back on the circuit. Otherwise, that'll be a no points for you.
That's not nice.
There's Argent. Yeah, Argent disconnected.
Especially with Argent disconnection.
I mean, Max Mulder saying thanks for the free position. Max Mulder won't score any points if he doesn't get out of the pits. Argent, you can get back in the lobby, and you will score points for where you are.
It's interesting for Lucas. So, like, he went straight on.
Right.
Not sure what happened with him.
Just Argent, just come back in. Come back in the lobby.
Oh. He
sorry.
Can score points.
Yeah, sorry, Benny's just asking what have I got to do now in the chat. Just get back in the... No, Max, final lap. That is... No. We read the rules and regulations. You've got to be out the pits before the final lap. It says that in the rules and regulations.
Yeah.
You can't just sit in the pits and do the final lap of the race. That is not acceptable. And now he's pulled into his pit box and fixed his damage. So he's going to be in there for a while. Right then, you have to feel sorry for Argent, but this race looks like it's now going to go the way of Sekulovic.
Yes. So, Sekulovic did a great job with tactics. It paid out for him. Still not sure what happened with X-Weight in the pits. But he P4, which is still a nice place to be in, so yeah. But it's still a question because it didn't seem like X-Weight had a damage to repair, so...
No, he just seemed very slow
sure
in the
what
pits,
happened
didn't
with
he? Yeah, it's very strange. Hopefully
That's
Argent
the
gets
question.
back in.
Poor Argent.
You have to feel sorry for him. Max Mulder's back out on the circuit then. So we look at Tibbs at the minute, who's trying to catch Smoky Devil for P2. The gap is 3.9 seconds. It's not really coming down at all. The longer it takes Argent to get back in this lobby, the more that he's actually going to lose out to the drivers around him, because everybody's going to start to gain on him and pass him in terms of where he is. He's not going to be able to get back in this race. He's just got to get back in the lobby. If he gets back in the lobby, he may score points where he finishes, but it's a 2-minute wait when he does get back in. So Argent there, what a shame.
Yes, and Mike said that staying in the pits until the final lap is counted as a retirement.
Yeah.
So, sure thing it's a retirement for Max.
Well, he's back out, so yeah, he's back out, so I'm sure that they will see.
Argent said Wi-Fi died at home.
Oh, the Wi-Fi's died, so that's his problem.
Yes. Internet connection failure.
Yeah. So, Tibbs actually losing time to Smoky Devil. Smoky Devil's getting time. Sekulovic is on his last lap, and well, we could have been talking about a Bentley winning this race. Argent could have been on for his 50th podium in this race.
Still hurts.
Yeah, that will hurt Argent for a long time.
Yeah. He had a great pace.
Yeah.
Great tactics.
Yeah.
Everything was in his way, and boom, Wi-Fi died.
It's a shame as well, because Argent was quick in this race.
Anyway, Smokey is P2 with that huge BMW.
Yeah, he is P2. He's pulling away from Tibbs a little bit as well. So Tibbs,
He has a great pace too.
yeah, not being able to catch him is Tibbs, as Max Mulder keeps going on his way. Daz Automatic, not been his race, he keeps going. PN, he keeps going, as does Bryn and DJ Phil. I press drive, ignore me. But it's Sekulovic who comes towards the Crocodiles, and it looks like he is going to take his 3rd race win of the season. And with Louis Allen, who's come back up to 7th, had a lot of damage, was down the order at the start of the race, let's not forget.
Yeah, and he's up to P7, so
it's good points. He'll lose points.
Facts, yeah.
The thing is, though, Tibbs, not far behind him in the championship, he's going to get 3rd. So
well, it's
we'll
all
see.
Good for the championship in his view, but still, after that first lap tangle and incidents with him, still a great result.
It is still a great result. So it's going to be Sekulovic who's going to come home for his 3rd race win of the season. Smoky Devil is going to come across for P2.
Something happened with Bryn is in the pits.
Bryn is in the pits. Not sure why. Maybe damage to his car. Smoky crosses line though, P2. Good result for him. It's going to be exit Tibbs for 3, or exit Tibbs for P3. Good race from him. X-Fate, not sure what happened to his pit stop. He is going to be P4 in this race. Noza still away behind. PN Motorsport and DJ Phil have finished down in 10th and 11th place, which means I do believe Bryn then is going to get 9th. As we await for Noza now to come round. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there to Bryn. But Noza will come across the line for P5. Good result for him. Lucas Roth on his first outing. He's going to take a P6. It's good points. One more lap, though, with his damage, and I reckon Louis Allen may have actually caught him here, because Louis Allen's not a million miles away, and he is going to take P7 in this race. Hypertech, though, will be P8, as Daz Automatic has crossed the line, P12.
Should be P9?
Yes, because he was ahead of the leader. Oh, That's Max Mulder who span out the final corner, but Hypertech will be P12. Max Mulder will be 30th place, and sadly for Argent, it will be no points. As Keegs in the chat,
sad.
quick tip, never buy a Logitech wheel. So interesting. So Kieran will score no points. I wonder if Keegs had a wheel problem then. That's why he went straight on.
Yeah. It was strange because like he was following X-Fate and then just went straight in. So I think he's really disconnected. So
yeah, I wonder if he's had a wheel problem.
Right.
Either way, we though will be right back in a few moments' time with qualifying and the race where Noza has a qualifying ban. Don't go anywhere. In a few moments' time with qualifying and the race where Noza has a qualifying ban. Don't go anywhere. Okay, we're clear. Discord. Right, I'm just going to run to the toilet. We are clear, mate.
Me too.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Sweet. Nobody choosing to go out there in free practice too. Interesting. The gap is now 6 points between Tibbs and Louis Allen.
But Louis Allen is still in the lead.
Still in the lead, yeah. And then Sekulovic is 18 points behind. Nose is 20. And all up, McLaren have won the Manufacturers' Championship.
Well, I should be surprised now, I guess.
I have text going out. So that means driver start. Oh, and that could have been Argent's 50th podium. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No.
McLaren needs one win for its 50th. Fucking hell. Kieran just texted me. I did what you did the other week. I left it in fuel mode 8 for the first lap. Whoops.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
Well, happened with me too, because when I was testing here,
Yeah.
I had already had a setup from the FRL League, so
Yeah.
I tried to use that, and it was in fuel, not free. And I noticed that after like 3 laps. It's tricky.
Brilliant. Right, Argent is back in, so hopefully he stays in. Who was quick in practice? It was Louis Allen, Max Mulder, put Argent, or Smokey. Let's have something different. Oh, drop the coaster. Right, most successful. Sekulovic, no poles, 1 win. Oh, Hypertech, big spin.
Oh. At crocodile. A cheetah.
Oh my days, I've got a headache.
Oh.
Oh.
Is it the weather or?
You are sorry?
Is it the weather?
No, we've been out, so I didn't sleep well last night, and then we've been out all day swimming, and I just think I'm tired. Yeah, I just think I'm tired. Right, they should cross the line into qualifying. 5, 4, 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to SimPlay Motorsport here for qualifying in this second race, round 12 of the season here at Kyalami. And at the moment, it seems to be that nobody wants to go out onto the track at the minute. They have got a 15-minute qualifying session, and it is going to be Daz Automatic who's going to be the first man to get out onto the circuit for the qualifying session. There is a poll up in the chat as well. That is Louis Allen, Argent, Smoky Devil or Max Mulder. Your tip for pole position. Get your vote in on that one as we come back into race 2. Let's see what we can do in this one. And Ben, that was a very interesting race one, but you have to feel sorry for Argent.
Yeah, it was. I'm kind of heartbroken because of Argent. He really had a great chance for a good result here. But let's see if he can continue with qualifying 2 and race 2.
It's going to be an interesting one. Does he have the pace to get pole position? This is going to be the biggest question. So Daz Automatic, first man out on track. Noza is on a qualifying ban, so he cannot qualify in this race. And he had decent pace, but will have to find himself starting at the back of the grid in 14th place.
Yeah. It will be a tough one for him, but he finished P5, so I think he has a pace. A good result.
Yeah, maybe ideal to start at the back of the pack. It was a bit chaotic again at Turn 1 and Pro-Am. Need to really start sorting their Turn 1 incidents out, don't they, because it seems to be the same stuff every week at the moment.
Yeah.
Right. Your votes in the poll are going the way of Louis Allen and Argent, 33% each currently in the poll for who you think will get pole position. Bryn's still in the pits as well. Will he come out and qualify? Let's wait and see. But Daz will be the first man to settle up. Who do you think will take pole position in this qualifying session, Ben?
I would go with Louis Allen. He had a great pace in free practice, but so was Sekulovic or Max. So
yeah.
It's going to be the McLarens and the Honda. I'm sure,
yeah.
But I would go with Louis Allen.
I'm going to go Max Mulder because they was within a tenth of each other in practice, but we're currently on board Daz.
Yeah.
Let's not rule out Argent, though. He was only 6/10 off in free practice times. We don't know if that was one lap pace or race pace, and in the race we clearly saw how good a pace he had as Daz now on his first flying lap as he comes through Barbecue down the short straight towards Sunset. Then he's really got to get a pole position here as Daz. He's got 1 race win to his name after penalties this season, but he could really do with a pole position. He actually averages, in terms of his qualifying 2, Daz Automatic averages 4th place. His best is 2nd place in Q2 qualifying. Or Q2, I say in just the normal qualifying. We only have the 1 now. Obviously, we used to have 2 back in the day. But Daz Automatic actually only has an average of 4th place. The best average is Sooty Apex with 3rd place. And then we've got Daz on 4th. Exit Tibbs seems to qualify 4th on average in Q2. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can do. Keegs is on his first qualifying. As Noza, his average may have just taken a little bit of a hit as he'll qualify 14th place. Yeah, it drops him from 9th to 14th on average in qualifying. McLaren, though, need 1 race win to get to 50 race wins. Daz, though, he's going to cross the line. Double check he's on a valid lap time. Yes, he is. Cars behind him are not. The next car behind is car 3 of Max Mulder, who is on a valid lap then as he comes through the crocodile. But it will be Daz Automatic to set the first flying lap time. And what benchmark is he going to set? Evening to Thomas Marshall here. Daz, a 45.5. Not the greatest of opening laps.
Let's see X-Fate. If he wasn't on a valid lap, I guess.
No, Max Mulder's the next man on a valid lap. A 43. Wow. That's a good lap. Exist Tibbs, 1.1 off the back of him. Next car was PM, but he's just gone into the wall. So it will now be Argent.
Sekulovic, I believe.
Argent goes P3.
Yeah,
then it's Sekulovic, yeah. So Argent goes P3. Now it's going to be Sekulovic. Good lap from Max Mulder. Sekulovic, 2/10 off the back.
Ooh.
Car 12 next. Lucas Roth. What can he do in his first qualifying session here in the Pro-Am? Lucas Roth rounds the corner down towards the line. He comes. What's he going to do as he puts it on P5 at the minute? That's a good lap, though, from Max. That is straight out the gate.
It is. But Louis Allen should be also this close, but he's still in the pit lane.
Yeah, he's in the pit lane. Pien's in the pit lane as well. Max Mulder's pitted. Does Max Mulder think he doesn't need to do another run? Well, we're currently watching DJ Phil. He's the next man on a lap.
Let's see the pace of the Aston.
Yeah, let's see the pace of the Aston Martin. We've not seen it yet, and he'll be the first Aston Martin to do a qualifying time, 5.7 off the pace at the moment. Car 54 of the Mercedes-Benz will be next then, before Brin's Lexus. So what can X-Fate do in this session? Had a very strange pit stop, did X-Fate, in race 1.
Well, yeah. I still can't figure out what happened with him because he didn't have damage to repair.
X-Fate to the line.
I think.
And goes P5. So not the best of laps from him. PN and Louis Allen now back out the pits, as is Max Mulder. Here comes Brin to the line. What's he going to do? And go P... Oh, he must have invalidated it late on. Argent is next up. And I think Argent... No, he's still going. He's still on a lap. Argent to the line. Any improvement? Doesn't improve. Hypertech will be next. Then after Hypertech, it will be Sekulovic once again. So Hypertech to the line, goes P7. Sekulovic doesn't improve on his lap time. Car 12 of Lucas Roth will be next. You can run a lot of curb on the exit of that corner and get away with it. Here comes Lucas Roth. Improves to P4. That's a good lap.
Yeah. Porsche seems to have a really good pace here. Tell you what.
Yeah, we didn't see some Porsches last night. We didn't see Ginger Bush. We get to see Gary tomorrow in the Porsche. No Mordecai tonight either. So it would have been interesting to see what them boys could have done. But Gary in the Porsche. Gary can be quick on his day. So is this a track where Gary is going to benefit this season? We'll have to wait and see. Here comes Smokey Devil down to the line. Next car set lap time will be DJ Phil. And Smokey goes second. Wow. Good lap from the BMW.
It is amazing.
DJ Phil improves his lap time but doesn't go any faster. And it's Brin, I believe, the next driver on a valid lap. Yes, it's Brin, next driver on a valid lap. Smokey's back into the pit lane. So this one's going to be interesting to see what Smokey Devil can do here. What Smokey Devil can do. He's got to get back out of the pits. It's Brin, though, next. After Brin, it will be Argent, who's tumbled down to P6 at the moment. Brin to the line. Any lap time from him? Yep, goes P10 at the moment. A little off the pace. Argent next. What can Argent do? Does he find any more time this lap around? 7 minutes still left of qualifying. Finds a bit of time, but doesn't improve his position. Daz goes P4. Sekulovic stays P2. So not only was I impressed by Smokey Devil's time, by Max Mulder's time, Smokey Devil's time is impressive.
It is. With the BMW.
Keegs, he improves his time. He goes within a second now. As car 24's just crossed the line. That is Tibbs. He's gone now within a second.
I'm watching Louis.
Yep, just gone on board with Louis Allen.
He can do a 42.
Well, him and Max was very close, wasn't they, in the practice session, if you remember?
Yeah.
Will they be close once again here? Through the cheetah, down towards the final corner. A bit of a wiggle on the exit there. Louis Allen to the line anytime.
Oh, it's only P7.
That is not a good lap time from Louis Allen. PN very, very, very wide. That will invalidate his lap time there. The next one then will be Bryn to do a lap before X-Fate silent. Can Bryn improve here as PN returns to the pit lane?
Returned.
Doesn't seem to be doing much favours for the Lexus tonight, does it, this track?
Yeah, it looks like Lexus isn't a favourite car around here.
Bryn improves but doesn't change his position. As the next car is car 35. That's Daz Automatic to the line. Will Daz find any more time here? 1.1 off the back. He does. He moves up to P4.
P4.
Finds nearly 0.6 of a second. Hypertech next up. After Hypertech, it will be Lucas Roth. So can Lucas Roth find an attempt to go back ahead of Daz? Hypertech stays 10th. Lucas Roth goes back ahead of Daz. Goes up within half a second.
Wow.
Good lap for the Porsche. Tibbs
and
goes P4.
P4.
Right.
Oh,
we've got a little fight on here at the top. 6/10 separate the top six cars.
Top 6 is, top 6 is really close, and Louis Allen isn't there. That's the strangest thing.
Yeah, Louis Allen isn't there. Argent's not quite there either, and he had good pace in race 1. So Louis Allen. The question is what will Louis Allen be up at the moment?
Well, he's just coming to the final corner.
Max Mulders is still in the pits here, so he seems to be hoping that his time is good enough.
Well, Smokey is really no.
Louis gone fourth. 2.261. Wow.
Well,
this qualifying is getting interesting.
Yeah, it is. So, like I was about to say, Max should start worrying a bit because they are really close to his time.
X-Fate and Hypertech in the pits. Still 3.5 minutes left to go.
If I was Max, I would go out.
Bryn improves to P9, so he's within 1.5 seconds now. Argent is going to come to the line. Can he get under 1 second? Oh, he does! Oh, wow!
P2!
Look at how close that is!
Under a tenth.
Daz has got it under half a second. Wow. Wow. Next car to cross the line will be DJ Phil. 0.5 second separates 8 cars here at the moment.
This is amazing stuff.
You cannot write this in qualifying at the moment. There is a couple of cars coming to line. I think one is Exit Tibbs. He doesn't improve. One is car 43, a Smoky Devil. Is he up on his lap time? Does he go to the front of the grid? No, nothing from him there. The next car will be DJ Phil then. As Bryn looks like he could be returning to the pits. Yellow flags, yep. Bryn in the pits, Tibbs in the pits, X-Fate in the pits, PN in the pits. DJ Phil gets it sideways.
Oh, and PN says in the chat that he's frustrated.
Yeah. DJ Phil to the line. Does it? Phil finds 1.5 seconds there. As here comes Louis Allen. Any time from Louis? No.
They're so close.
He's actually going to pull that to one side and not... He's going to pit. He has the chance to get out and do one lap. Well, he'll only get one lap in from here. Sekulovic to the line now. What can Sekulovic do? He goes pole!
Spivon.
Has Max Mulder left it too late?
Time.
Wow.
Top 4 is only 1/10.
What a qualifying session this is. Daz is in the pits, Bryn's in the pits, X-Fate's in the pits, Hypertech and Phil are still going, as is the rest of the grid.
So
and if you haven't come out the pits, you won't get another lap in. Louis Allen's back out, Tibbs is back out.
I think he changed tyres, so...
Possibly so. Right, Smoky Devil, next to cross the line. Imagine if he goes pole now.
Ooh.
How close can these guys get? He got a very good chance.
Magical 10th.
Right, here he comes towards the line. Smoky Devil crosses it. Oh, my days! Top 3 within a 10th.
Under a 10th. Oh,
This is fantastic in qualifying.
It is. My God.
I hope it's this exciting tomorrow night. I hope it's this close tomorrow night.
As MicroJ says in the chat, that's 1/6 of a second across top 8. It is amazing.
It's less than a 10th of a second that separate the top 3. DJ Phil goes within 2.9. Sekulovic is next to cross the line. Has he found any more time on this run? We've done all this and we've not even had Noza.
Is still close.
We've not even had Noza in the stream.
Yeah.
In the qualifying here. As Sekulovic, he goes into the 42s.
Wow.
So he extends his gap.
42.7.
So now it becomes 8 tenths between the top 8. As Hypertech there, Louis Allen got out of Hypertech's way. Louis Allen's got to hurry up here. I don't think Louis Allen is going to get to the line here. Hypertech will cross the line. We'll get one more in.
He's just out.
Louis Allen's missed the line. So we let Hypertech go. And Louis Allen will not get another lap in here then. Next car to cross the line, Smoky Devil. So Louis Allen, P5 is the best he's going to get. Car 12, that's Lucas Roth. He's returned to the pits. He can't get any better. Here comes Smoky. One last run. One last opportunity to get on the front row now. Misses out.
So
right then, Max Mulder.
P3.
At the moment, because Argent's still on a lap.
So,
Argent is still out there. Max Mulder very wide. That'll be invalid. Yeah.
So,
That will be invalid. Next
so
one is
Argent.
DJ Phil.
On Argent. By the top 4.
It will be on Argent for the top 4. DJ Phil. Can he find half a second to get ahead of Hypertech? Hypertech's still on a lap though. As towards the line he comes. DJ Phil doesn't improve.
No. Argent went wide.
Oh, is he invalidated? Oh, he's invalidated it.
Yeah, he stopped.
Yeah, he's pulled up. Sekulovic. Sekulovic will...
Looks like in Sekulovic's way. Yes.
Yeah, it does indeed. Right, so the only man we've got left to cross the line now is Hypertech.
Hypotech. And he slides.
Oh, he span. He span. So what a qualifying that was.
This is the end.
What a qualifying that was. It will be Sekulovic on pole by 2.5 tenths from Max Mulder. 8 tenths separated the top 8. That is fantastic stuff to see.
Fantastic.
But that is Sekulovic's 4th pole position of the season then. So good stuff from him. Argent P4 after his problems in race 1 internet connection wise.
Fantastic, buddy.
Good stuff there. Right. Championship standings, and we'll get into them in a moment. Let's get a poll up for race 2. Fantastic qualifying, says Micro J's in the chat, and I have to agree with him.
It was, yes. It was.
So, Sekulovic, Max Mulder, Smoky, or Argent. For the race win, they are your 4 in the poll. Championship standings then look a little like this. McLaren are your manufacturer's champions, which we already kind of knew. We knew it was going to happen, but they are your manufacturer's champions.
Yes.
Louis Allen, 6 points clear of exit Tibbs. Sekulovic is 17 points behind now because he got the point for pole position. Noza is 20 behind. Sooty Apex is 38 behind in P5. Smoky Devil up to 6th place ahead of Argent in 7th. Daz is 8th ahead of PN 9th. Bryn is 10th place, a point behind PN. X-Fate 11th with Hypertech 12th. DJ Phil 13th. Max Mulder 14th. Monkey Boy 15th. Smithy 16th. Mordecai 17th. AK Fix 18th. Dean Wisocki 19th. And Keegs, aka Lucas Roth, down in 20th, but Lucas Roth should go ahead of Dean Wisocki in this race. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, then it's the Titan Oro Racing of Daz and Louis Allen, who are 35 points clear from the SRL Pink McLaren Racing boys of Tibbs and Max Mulder. Dynaco Racing of Sooty and Monkey Boy are P3, but being caught by East West Motorsport of Phil and PN. Back to front without Smithy tonight are in P5, and P6 is MBR, 10 points behind with Bryn on his own at the moment tonight. So Sekulovic, the man on pole. Ben, who's going to win this race?
Well, it's about that qualifying. It's a really interesting question. I will go with Max again because he seemed to have a good pace, if not for his mistakes in race 1. So his race pace was, I think it was good.
Yeah, his race pace was good. Sekulovic had good race pace, but Argent as well had good race pace.
So, yeah, of course, I hope his Wi-Fi doesn't crash this time. But I have to go with Max, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to go, just to be different, I'm going to go Smokey. I feel that Smokey could get something done here. So I am going to go Smokey Devil at the moment.
Well, chat is going with Max Mulder too.
Yeah, it is at the moment. So interesting to see that the chat go. Yeah, 20 to Sekulovic and no votes for Smokey or Argent. Either way, if you enjoy what you see here, don't forget to check out SimPlay Motorsport tomorrow night, 8 PM GMT or UK time, should I say, for the Pro Action, the Pro Series Live, where me and Ben will be on the circuit. Look out for Matahimovic and for Nexus. That is our PSN names. And that is where we will be in terms of getting the action done and seeing what we can do on the track. If you enjoy what you see here, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and hit the bell to be notified, as well as join us Sunday night where myself, PM Motorsport and Emplav will be bringing you the Porsche Cup action once again, this time round 2 from Snetterton. And just noticed here, Ben, the last 3 cars are all Aston Martins.
Well... Aston Martin is a really great question.
Smokey Devil just nearly spun. Sorry, Ben. Smokey Devil just nearly spun there.
Well, so I think Noza would be at least in the top 10, I believe, if not for that qualifying ban.
Yeah, let's see what happens then in this one at the moment. So far, so good. If you are Sekulovic, pole position. We already have a driver that cannot win the championship, and that is our new driver yet to race. He was involved in, he was in traffic yesterday. There was a car crash on his way home from work, which meant he didn't get home in time for the race. He's okay, thankfully, but the traffic meant he couldn't get home in time to race. He's the first driver that cannot win the championship in the AM category. At the moment, everybody in Pro-Am can still win it. But we may start to lose a driver or two. I don't think tonight. I think that's as from next week. We'll start to lose a few drivers in terms of Pro. Again, pretty much next week will be the case for Pro then. But there's more points in Pro and Pro-Am because there's the 2 races, not just the one of Amateur. As we, though, Ben, come to the final corner here. And for round 12 and the final time tonight, it is a McLaren front row. From then a BMW and a Bentley, the Honda 6P5 from McLaren, Porsche, Lexus, Mercedes, Ferrari, Aston Martin.
Race start initialized.
And we are green and go here. Louis Allen looks like he's got a good start. He's already pulled out to the side of Smokey Devil. As Sekulovic defends from Max Mulder. It's Louis Allen who's already up the inside of Smokey Devil. He's going to look up the inside of Max Mulder. Max tries to look up the inside of Sekulovic as well as they all come towards turn 1. Max up the inside of Sekulovic. That is Daz who's been tapped round by Lucas Roth. And Louis Allen doesn't get past Argent or Smokey Devil, and that is Argent who manages to get away with it, and he's now up into P3 as well. So a good clean start apart from one spin.
Yeah, not sure what happened there.
Right, so Sekulovic from Max Mulder, Argent, Smokey Devil, Louis Allen, Brins up to 6th, X-Fate 7th, 5 Tech 8th, Lucas Roth 9th, Tibbs, Noza, DJ Phil, Daz, who's already ahead of PN, so I think PN's had a moment as well.
Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, there was one Aston Martin went a bit wide at so it was PN.
Look at the front 3 here. Sekulovic trying to defend from Max, really, and he's got Argent with him. Argent got good race pace in his Bentley tonight.
Yeah, top 5 is really close. And
they
Bryn
come
is
down.
also not that far away.
Yeah, he's in the fight. There is Bryn in the background, you see, bringing X-Fate and Hypertech with him. So through they all come. And Sekulovic, you don't want to let him get out in front. That Bentley seemed to get stronger as the race went on. So will Argent feel that his car is stronger later in the race? That's where Argent may strike a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. But at the minute, it's McLaren. Max a little slidey through Cheetah. Smokey's just got Louis Allen starting to give him a bit of pressure. Lucas Roth's got past X-Fate here, actually. So that is him through. And Daz has got past EJ Phil. So he will now be on the back, or hunting down the back of Noza come the end of this lap. Pit lane open. That doesn't mean the pit window is open. Just means that the pit lane is open. PN struggling at the back of the pack. 6 seconds off the pace at the moment.
Yeah. So, the fight is still really close between the top 5. Louis Allen is really trying to... Okay.
Yes, I think, yeah, X-Fate did get back ahead of Lucas Roth, I saw in the background there, Ben.
Ah. And also Max is close to Sekulovic.
Argent close to Max as well. I think Argent's a bit closer to Max than Max is to Sekulovic at the minute. So Argent...
Ooh, he almost hit.
Oh!
Oh, yeah, not almost.
I think he has. Yeah, I think he has, because he's going slow.
Oh,
and this is causing a bit of carnage. Argent has pulled over to let Max through. And that's caused a lot of confusion there. So Argent's tumbled down the standings.
Yeah, by the look of it, Argent braked out himself.
Oh, and now he's tangled up with another McLaren.
Oh, no.
Which I believe is Max Mulder.
Oh, yeah. No,
yeah.
He was P3.
Well, that from Max there, as Louis Allen, championship leader. He's up to P3 at the minute. He's on the back of Smokey. Smokey, once again, on the podium.
Yeah. He's the underdog with that BMW. And almost everyone went by that crocodile. No, sorry, at Cheetah, not crocodile.
Right, so we are currently watching Louis Allen as Bryn has got a few drivers on the back of him. Max Mulder is in the pit lane already. Well, he's going to have to make a second pit stop, but Bryn has got Lucas Roth and X-Fate silent as X-Fate sends one on Lucas Roth. Somehow he gets that stop. Lucas Roth tries to come back on X-Fate here. Round the outside of turn 2. Can he keep it for the inside of turn 3? X-Fate's off, bounces over the sausage curb and doesn't get anything done there. Lucas Roth keeps hold of P5 at the minute, and Bryn being let off a little bit here, but Louis Allen still putting pressure on the back of the BMW.
Yeah, and it looks like oh, Max Mulder left.
Max Mulder's left, yeah.
So unfortunately the commentator's curse strikes yet again.
It struck again, and it has struck powerful tonight. Max Mulder has left, and through the S's comes Noza. He's trying to gain on Hypertech. He's got Daz trying to gain on him, but X-Fate is the man who is trying to gain on Lucas Roth. He's not anymore, actually. He's behind Exit Tibbs, so I'm not sure what's happened to X-Fate. Out front then, it's Louis Allen, who is the closest man to Smokey Devil at the minute.
Yeah, so Sekulovic started to pull away from Smokey, but Louis Allen is really close to Smokey, so... Oh, there was... Sekulovic was wide.
Was he off?
Yeah.
He's off?
Not sure.
Oh, no, he's not. He's not off. He's got damage to the rear of his car, though.
Yeah. Something happened.
Well, I wonder what he's hit there, but he's got damage to the front of his car. Smokey's pulling in front of him.
I didn't see contact. I think Cheetah caught him.
Right, so Cheetah caught Sekulovic, so that's possibly damaged his car.
Leads.
Smokey leads. Louis Allen's now second.
And P2. Sekulovic fall back.
So Louis Allen second. Bryn could be sitting on a podium here in race 2.
Yeah. Lexus didn't seem that fast.
No, it didn't in race 1. But Bryn, maybe he's made a few changes to his setup for race 2 here.
Yeah, it looks like. But Sekulovic, not sure what happened. He didn't seem to hit anything, so the damage... it is... I maybe watch the replay.
Yeah, Sekulovic very slow here. You check the replay out. Bryn is right on the back of Sekulovic. He has a look up the inside of Sekulovic. And Bryn now, all of a sudden, this McLaren seems very badly damaged at the moment. Tibbs and X-Fate are close together. But we're currently watching Bryn trying to get past X-Fate past Sekulovic then. The Smokey leads 1.5 seconds clear of Louis Allen. They've pulled 2.5 clear of Sekulovic. Bryn up the inside at the Crocodile. Thank your mama for the carrots. That is job done. What happened, Ben?
Ooh, Sekulovic had a really hard hit. Cheetah caught him.
So is that what's damaged his car, do we think? Has he hit the wall or anything after?
It was. Yeah. He hit it really hard. It was really hard hit. So, yeah, that's why he has damage.
Lucas Roth has now got past Sekulovic, so Tibbs will be the next man to catch him. So Sekulovic losing time. Smokey's got Louis within a second. It's 3.5 back to Bryn. Bryn's got Lucas Roth gaining. Tibbs has got X-Fate Silent still with him. Now let's watch X-Fate Silent, who's been sending them into turn 1. Does he think of another send it into turn 1 in his Mercedes-Benz this time round? Late on the brakes, but doesn't send it down into the corner this time. Oh, bit of a wiggle on the exit. Doesn't manage to clip the back of the McLaren, though. As Daz losing out to Noser a little bit in this race. But it's now Lucas Roth who's going to try and attack Bryn here. 0.7 of a second as Louis Allen still attacking Smokey.
Yeah. So Louis Allen has a good chance to win a race finally with his championship lead.
And at the moment as well, Tibbs scored a lot of points over Louis Allen, Ben. Tibbs scored a lot of points in race 1. Race 2, Louis Allen could extend his gap open a bit more.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens here.
Really big damage. It was really a big hit.
Did he hit the wall after he span at Cheetah though?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He did. Quite
so
hard,
he could have a long pit stop because he's slow. And he could have a long pit stop here.
All of his damage were caused by that. Yeah.
So possibly a long pit stop because he's very slow at the minute, so he's going to need to repair the damage to make sure that he gets it done. Tibbs is starting to pull away from X-Fate.
Yeah. And started to catch Sekulovic. Well, Sekulovic only has to survive 1 lap with the damage. And the pit window will open. And I think that's what he will try to do.
Louis Allen on the back of Smokey Devil here. This is an interesting one to see.
Yeah. Smokey defends really well.
Yeah, he's defending well at the moment. Yeah. Lucas Roth actually on the back of Bryn as well. That's a 10th. So an interesting fight here between Luke. So we fight for the lead, a fight for 3rd and 4th, and a fight for 6th and 7th at the moment.
Yes.
Oh, Bryn span!
No, Bryn lost it.
All on his own on the curb. Bryn has had a spin.
So it's Lucas Roth-P3 with the Porsche.
Yeah. And Bryn's got to get going here. That is a shame. So X-Fate, it's a Smokey now.
He has to wait for everyone.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Now here goes. So he dropped behind Argent, so he's between DJ Phil and Argent. That's P10 for him. Such a shame. But let's see if Smokey or Louis Allen pits. Louis Allen pits. Yeah,
Louis Allen straight in, straight away. That looked a little quick, though, from Louis Allen. The question is now, though, will Lucas Roth come into the pits? He stays out. Exit Tibbs. Looks like he's got a bit of front-end damage. What's going to go here is Max Mulder in the chat. X-Fate Silent. Oh, nearly hit the back of Tibbs there. Sekulovic in. Noser in. Daz stays out. Argent stays out. What's Bryn going to do?
Yeah.
Ben, that was close.
Yeah, it was, and in my point of view, I think undercut is a better way than
I agree.
overcutting. So maybe Louis Allen will take the lead.
I agree completely here. Hypertech, DJ Phil stays out. Hypertech stays out. PN, who's kept going all night and has picked up places when drivers have retired or lost internet. He comes into the pits as well. At the minute, and Argent gaining on Dan here.
So I'll ask what happened with Max, because now he's in the chats but not in the race.
Yeah, I think he's retired because Argent spun him around.
So that's a qualifying ban.
It will be, yes, for race 2 next week.
It's a shame because I voted him for race winner. Well, gotta be careful with this commentator curse.
Yeah, we have. It's a real thing. Right, Louis Allen's out, Tibbs is out, X-Fate is out. Tibbs has actually got ahead of X-Fate, I do believe. Yeah, he's got ahead of X-Fate by quite a while. Nosa's coming out the pits now. Sekulovic and PN are in there for a very long time at the moment. Argent still on the back of Daz, though, at the minute. As Smoky Devil's actually coming around to do another lap here. Yeah, Lucas Roth in. Straight in. So then, this battle between Daz and Argent, what will happen here? You feel that in this fight, Ben, the person who pits first may get the jump on the undercut?
Yeah. Argent should pit, because he's losing time behind Daz, I believe, but he stayed. Both of them stayed out.
Yeah, Lucas Roth and Bryn comes into the pits now. What will DJ Phil do? Sekulovic, by the way, is a lap down and is still not out the pits yet. He's just got off his pit limiter now.
Just now.
Just as Argent and Daz have lapped him. So he's a lap down to the top 3. And Argent still stuck behind Daz at the moment.
Yeah, unfortunately for Sekulovic it was a big mistake and a really big hit, so he had a lot of damage to repair.
He did have a lot of damage to repair. It's a shame for Bryn. Bryn on the podium last week, on the podium this week. He had a spin though. Lucas Roth's now away. Bryn looks like he's going to be away shortly as well. Lucas Roth is out. Bryn must have a bit of damage to his car because it's still not done, although he was behind Tibbs and X-Fate.
Yeah.
After he had his spin, so let's not forget Bryn did have that spin. That's going to put him a little further down.
Yeah. Not sure if he had damage from that spin, so
maybe a little bit. He's away now as he comes out. He has got to come out a long way ahead of PN Motorsport, so he's behind Nosa, who's only actually just passed him, so he can hunt down after Nosa as we go back to the Argent Daz battle. Smoky Devil stays out on track once again. Interesting strategy this. I think he's committed to it then.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's quick.
Right, speaking of strategy, Daz is in.
The pits.
So he is going to try and undercut Argent. Yeah, this is interesting now. He's going to try and undercut Argent. But has Argent got the pace in that Bentley to maybe pull away?
I think he got.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he got the pace.
Can he work his way back onto the podium? This is the thing for Argent. Will DJ Phil pit?
Yeah.
No. Will Hypertech pit? No.
No.
You know the bonus about watching Wednesday nights, commentating Wednesday nights, Ben, is we get to know if the undercut or overcut is strong. So come tomorrow night, if
undercut is stronger.
If pro drivers haven't watched strategies.
Yeah. It's an opportunity to see which strategy pays off better. So
right, Louis Allen has passed Daz. Exit Tibbs is going to pass Daz. We're 15 minutes left in the race, and at the moment, this is where it's going to be.
Tibbs and Lucas also jumped.
Yeah, Lucas has jumped Daz. X-Fate has jumped Daz now. Nosa is coming towards the final corner now. Daz was a couple of seconds behind Nosa. Daz is now away. Oh, this will be close. Ooh. Daz is now off his limiter. Nosa will be at a bit more top speed than Daz. I think Daz has got him.
Daz has got, yeah.
Yeah, Daz has got him. Daz has got him. So Daz stays ahead of Nosa. Bryn's gaining on these two in the background. Then it's
this
PN.
Time overcut has worked.
Smokey's in the pits.
Sorry. So let's see if he can get ahead of Louis Allen.
Right. So Louis Allen is 9 seconds off of this battle of Hypertech and DJ Phil. So Louis Allen is actually just coming up to the hairpin before the shaft, where Hypertech and DJ Phil are. This is a battle for third and fourth, but these two haven't pitted. Argent is also in the pits, but Argent 21 seconds behind Smoky Devil. That's going to be a lot of time that Argent's going to lose to other drivers. DJ Phil goes a little deep, and Hypertech won't want a second invitation. Gets that one done up the inside. Hypertech moves into P3 on the track, but these two yet to pit at the moment as DJ Phil now comes into the pit lane. And Hypertech
stayed out.
He'll take the lead of this race as well, I think, because Smoky Devil's coming out the pits now. Where's Louis Allen? Last corner. So Smoky Devil's on his way out.
It will be close.
Indeed it will. I think Louis is going to have this. Louis up to more speed than Smoky Devil.
Yeah.
There is Louis Allen. You just saw the shadow of Smoky Devil. There is Smoky, and Louis Allen
has it.
Is in the net lead of this race.
But he's right behind him. So this fight could be interesting.
Evening to Gary. Was hoping to tune in and see the Porsche a bit higher up the grid, to be honest. Well, it's 5th at the moment. It will be P4 when Hypertech makes its pit stop.
Porsche had a good pace, so Gary, you shouldn't worry.
No, I don't think you should worry. Daz and Noza get past DJ Phil as DJ Phil is in the pits. Bryn now gets past DJ Phil as well. Noza close to the back of Daz, but Smoky Devil straight away. Look out, the pit stops. He's trying to fight back at Louis Allen here, Ben.
Yeah, this is a close fight, and it's a fight for the lead. Because
go on the Honda, says Mike. I never thought I'd see Mike put that in the chat, but go on the Honda, he says. As Argent comes out the pits P7, that should be P6 when Hypertech pits.
Ooh. Smokey lost a bit of time.
Yeah.
At Leakup.
Right. You're better at these pronunciations than I am. I'll give you that one. Go back to Noza and Daz Automatic then. They are fighting for 8th here. Daz trying to get on the back of Argent. So Argent actually jumped Daz. So the undercut didn't work for Daz there.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Max saying that Tibbs is going to be the championship leader. He won't be if Louis Allen finishes in front of him. He's got to lose to Tibbs for Tibbs to take the championship lead. Hypertech pits. So Smokey and Louis Allen go through. Gary 131 in the
P3.
Yep, Lucas Roth up to P4, X-Fate up to P5. Will Argent get P6? This is the question. Gary says, you get to see a decent pilot in the Porsche on a Thursday night. I think that's the trouble. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Gary, because I don't know if you're referring to yourself as the decent pilot of the Porsche. Either way, was Bryn had a moment somewhere? No, Bryn's lost a bit of time to Noza and Daz, but he's ahead of Hypertech. Bryn back in the top 10, so it's more points for Bryn. But Daz and Noza come from the back of the grid, don't forget in this. He qualified 14th because of his qualifying ban.
Yes, it's a great race for him.
Yeah, brilliant race for him. Lucas Roth had a good first race as well. He's up 8 tenths. In fact, he's close to 8 tenths. He's right up the chuff of Exit Tibbs here. And Smoky Devil.
Deciding driver of the day will be difficult.
Yes, it will indeed.
Because everyone is really putting it and pushing hard as he can.
Do you think you know who would be your driver of the day?
No. Still, I know. I don't. Maybe I would go with Smokey, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Because they're still fighting for the lead.
It's been a good battle, this one has as well.
Yes.
Pit window's closed. That's no worry. Everybody's done their stop. DJ Phil on the back of Hypertech. We've got Noza on the back of Daz. We've got Lucas Roth looking to maybe get the switch back on Tibbs. Doesn't get it done. Does he get a better run? I think he has got a better run here. No. Tucks back in behind. And we've got Smokey on the back of Louis Allen. But can Lucas Roth down the start straight get this one done?
Lucas,
do you know what?
Wait, no, sorry. Louis went a bit wide.
I'm going to add Lucas Roth to the driver of the day because I think he's had a decent first outing. Bar his wheel playing up in race 1. I think Lucas has had a good first race in Pro-Am.
Yeah, so... Yeah, it's difficult to decide between Lucas and Smokey at the moment.
And there we go. Gary just clarifying that the Porsche on a Thursday needs a decent pilot. I reckon, Gary, you were probably better off staying in the Bentley. Right. So we've got a few little battles here, Ben. We've got Louis on. We've got Smokey on Louis Allen. We've got Lucas Roth on Tibbs.
Smokey started to close in.
Yeah, sorry, apologies there. Lucas Roth was on the grass So that battle has just come to an end a minute. We've got Noza on the back of Daz and DJ Phil trying to get on the back of Hypertech here. But they're all close, but not making any moves.
Ooh, so by the looks of it, Smokey loses a bit time in Sector 3, so Honda is better in Sector 3.
Mike, the Honda is better in Sector 3, according to Ben.
It looks, by the looks of it, yes.
So if you see Mike and Emplava get past you tomorrow night in Sector 3, you probably know why.
So, but because in Sector 1 and 2, Smokey closes in a bit.
Oh, keeps sliding. Yeah, he does indeed. Nose is still on the back of Daz. Let's go to this battle for a moment. DJ Phil's actually going on Hypertech. We'll check out that battle. DJ Phil right on the back of Hypertech at the moment. Gary saying, I think I'd be better off in AMP. Oh, I don't know. Did you not see Dan's performance last night? Although he was in a Retia, so I will let him off. Don't forget, if you want to see Gary, Mike, myself and Ben on the track, join Dan Davis and PM Motorsport in the commentary box tomorrow night, 8 PM UK time for all the action. And then Snetterton in the Porsche Cup, Sunday night, the Porsche Carrera Cup at Snetterton. Myself, PM Motorsport and Emplov will be live for that one. And then at Zandvoort next Tuesday. Me and Fury, Joseph Bates will be back live on Tuesday night, 8 PM UK time for that one. And myself and Ben will be back for Zandvoort in Pro-Am next Wednesday night as we're getting to the business end of the season, Ben.
Yeah. It went off fast. Faster than I expected, so time flies.
It did indeed.
So, like I said before, Smokey gained a bit of time in Sector 1 and 2. Because it's only 7/10. Last lap it was 1 second.
We're currently watching Daz and Noza at the moment, who's within 0.2 of a second here. And this looks a good little fight, but again, cars just getting close to each other without getting past each other, or you know, having a little look here or there. Kieran's 6 seconds off the back of X8. Can Kieran get on the back of X8 by the end of this race? He had good pace, let's not forget. As Smokey Devil, as they start lap 13, Smokey Devil actually gained a 10th in the last sector to Louis Allen. So Smokey had a better last lap compared to Louis Allen. But this is the fight we're currently watching.
And if they finish this way, Tibbs should take the championship lead, if I'm right.
No, Louis Allen leading the race, isn't he? So he'll pull away.
Oh, well then. Well then, Louis Allen finally will have a win.
You did hear Snetterton, Gary. Come on, Tibbs, says Max Mulder. Scrap that. I think I'd be better off retiring. It says, Gary, did I hear Snetterton? You did hear Snetterton. Race 2, round 3 and 4 of the season. Porsche Carrera Cup. It's his home circuit and he loves it. He always goes well at Snetterton, does Gary, and he doesn't live too far from it. Right, Daz has pulled away in that final sector. Back out front, though. Gap's 0.2 of a second. In fact, it's not now. Louis Allen's gone wide, and Smokey Devil comes through, and Smokey Devil leads this race. Well then, on his son's birthday, Leon Fernie's birthday, Smokey Devil leads the race. But it's got Louis, and it was thanks to Louis Allen's mistake. He was not really close enough, and he just pressured Louis Allen into the mistake.
Yeah, it looks like he has pressure cracked a bit.
Although I thought Louis Allen was going to hit the back of him there, but he didn't. I thought Louis Allen then had the cutback and he didn't.
But he forced Smokey a bit wide.
Yeah. Smokey's already got a bit of a gap between him and Louis Allen, so BMW a little better than the Honda at the minute, baby.
Yeah. So, of course, in Sector 1 and 2, the BMW used to be superior than the Honda. Because it's already 1 second.
Argent really gaining on the back of X-Fate here. 2.9 is that gap. That's coming down quite a lot, although X-Fate looks like he's got some damage. Bottom 3 get relegated, Gary. Although there is only with 19 drivers, and I do believe De Silva has had to pull out from the championship, which is a shame.
Oh, it is a shame because Ripper and De Silva were fighting for the championship.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
It's a shame.
So it might only be one that gets relegated from Pro at this rate, Gary.
Ooh, Louis Allen was off. Louis Allen was off.
And he's got Lucas Roth catching him.
He was off. Louis Allen was off.
He's got to be careful, hasn't he? He's got to be careful there.
Yeah. 10 seconds already. Louis Allen, something happened with him.
Argent has not only got past X-Fate, he's pulled 2 seconds ahead.
Louis Allen made a mistake somewhere. I only saw him rejoin the track, so not sure what happened. Sorry, Louis Allen, I think it was the commentator's curse again. Because I said he's going to win finally, and now...
Yeah.
He's 10 seconds off Smokey.
Now he's got his biggest championship rival on the back of him, but Lucas Roth's trying to take a podium away from his championship rival. Sekulovic has just got past PN, so Sekulovic up to 12th. He's going to lose points. Daz still ahead of Noza. Lucas Roth trying to get on the back of Tibbs. Argent's got 3 seconds clear of X-Fate at the moment. With 16 seconds to this battle here. So Smokey Devil comfortably out front ahead of Louis Allen. Louis Allen is, what, 5 seconds did that just say, ahead of Tibbs? 6.1, and Lucas Roth right on the back of Tibbs here. So this could be an interesting one.
Yes, and Louis Allen took a bit more curb at the S's than he should, and he spun, so that's why he lost that much time for Smokey. Yeah.
That's 7 tenths ahead of Noza. Them two have been close together all race. And now Keegs is getting within the time distance of Lucas Roth. Is getting within the time distance of Tibbs here. Keegs seems to have been on the back of drivers tonight, but not really troubled them, has he? So he's got 1 lap to trouble the back of Tibbs and get past him.
Oh yeah.
Right. Smokey starts the last lap. Keegs is pretty much pushed Tibbs through the final corner. Keegs tucks underneath on the exit. Tibbs comes back across to defend the inside line. Keegs may have that inside line at the kink, but it'll be on the outside for turn 1. Down towards turn 1 we come. Lucas Roth and Tibbs, the young American versus the young Scotsman, both late on the brakes. Is Keegs going to try and go around the outside to keep it there for turn 2? Gets a little slidey on the Porsche, and that puts that one to bed. Daz and Noza are as close as ever as well. They're still going at it. Noza's wide though at the final corner. Back to Tibbs and Keegs. This is a great battle at the end of this race, Ben.
Yeah, it is, and it still goes on. Because
it does still go on.
Close.
Lucas Roth, super close at the moment then to the back of Tibbs's car.
Yeah. He's doing a stunning job with that Porsche.
He's just got to find somewhere to get past him, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's the final lap.
Oh, Tibbs looked a little slow through the S's. Uphill. Does Lucas Roth think of sending one up the inside? He caught the back of Tibbs! And he pushes Tibbs wide. Now, was that push to pass from Lucas Roth? Either way, we have to cut back to the BMW.
I think I have to watch the replay about that.
As Smokey Devil is going to take his first win of the season. It's been a great job from Smokey. Sekulovic has stopped. So has Sekulovic ran out of fuel? Not too sure. Louis Allen will get P2. Either way, Sekulovic will be P12 because PN has crossed the line. Louis Allen will cross P2. As Lucas Roth then is he's going to take P3. I'm sure Tibbs may want to put that one in over Keegs, but third and fourth for them too. Yeah.
So it's car number 12.
Argent. He comes through for a P5. Good result for Argent there. X-Fate is going to cross the line for a P6. Good result from X-Fate. Daz Automatic, just not been his night. And Daz has had a bit of a bad 2 weeks that he wants to put behind him. Knows he's going to come across the line for P8. Bryn.
Not sure if well, I think Lucas will be penalized, so because he went late on the brake, but not sure.
Well, let's see what happens.
Because when Lucas went on the brakes, so Tibbs was going to the left.
Yeah.
So he went off the racing line, so not sure who take was it.
DJ Phil crosses the line for P10. Hypertech will cross the line for P11. And that is your race done and dusted. And that was really quite a good race, to be fair. It was a lot cleaner tonight from Pro-Am compared to Brands Hatch.
Compared to Brands Hatch, yes.
And as we move next week to Zandvoort, this could be an interesting one, but your championship now looks like this. Now, obviously, I assume Tibbs will put that one in over Keegs, but Louis Allen extends his championship lead to 10 points from exit Tibbs. So 10 points is all that's in it. Noza now goes into third place. He's 30 points behind. So it's becoming a bit of a two-horse race. Sekulovic down in fourth, 31 behind. Smokey moves up to fifth place with that win. Sutty sixth with Argent in seventh. Daz eighth, Bryn ninth, ahead of PN down in 10th place. X-Fate Silent 11th. Hypertech in 12th with DJ Phil 13th. Max Mulder 14th place with Monkey Boy, Smithy, Mordecai aka Fix. Keegs goes ahead of Dean Wisocki in 19th and 20th. And in the constructors then, 6 teams in it, but there's only really one team that's pulling away. It's Titan Oro Racing, who lead from SRO Pink McLaren. Dynaco don't score tonight. They're now tied with East and West. Back to front and just behind them with MBR Racing team at the back. Ben, final thoughts from yourself?
So, it's a difficult choice between driver of the day, but I would go with Lucas, because it was his first even, and he finished on the podium in race 2.
So Smoky Devil driver of the day, yeah?
Yeah,
I think
Lucas.
Oh, Lucas. Okay. Well, I'm going to go Smoky Devil.
I changed my mind.
Yeah. I think that's.
Of course, Smokey did a great job.
Yeah, he did indeed. Are we looking forward to racing Kyle Army tomorrow night?
Yes, it's a nice track for overtaking, so we should have a great scrap.
And thoughts about Pro-Am at Zandvoort next week? Anything to say on that one?
Well, not sure.
Let's see what carnage that brings.
Yeah, let's see if we can avoid carnage.
Yeah, hopefully so. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the streams as well as hit the bell when we are live to be notified when we go live. That is all we have time for here tonight. Join Dan Davis and PM Motorsport live tomorrow night, 8 p.m. UK time for the Pro Series. Myself, PN and Emplava will be back live 8 p.m. UK time for Porsche Cup. Myself and Joseph Bates, aka Fury, will be live Tuesday night for Amber for myself and Ben. Return next week for Zandvoort, 8 p.m. UK time for both of those. It's been a fantastic race here. Smoky Devil gets the vote in the audience for driver of the day. I'm going to give Smoky my vote. We know that Ben has given it to Lucas Roth. That is all we have time for. Thanks for watching SimPlay Motorsport. Take care. Good night.
Good night.
For driver of the day, I'm going to give Smokey my vote. We know that Ben has given it to Lucas Roth. That is all we have time for. Thanks for